Hi, my name is Eddie Seguire. Gave my life to Jesus when I was 21 years old. I grew up without parents. My mom died when I was 12 years old, and my dad left us when I was 7. So I grew up mostly with my grandfather. Grandfather was a great man, but mostly he was in the military, and so really I didn't really ever feel any love. And so I started looking around for love in all kinds of different places. All my life I'd been told you're never going to be anything. So I started to get in trouble in school. And one day, one of my counselors, she told me, Eddie, you're smart. You can actually do good grades and do good in school. Why don't you make it a point to graduate from high school and to go to college? And so I did. I stopped hanging around my old friends and started to go to college. And as I'm going to college, I noticed the only thing really was changing was, yes, I'm getting a little bit smarter, but that's about it, because inside I was still the same person. I got involved in martial arts and started to practice meditations. Also studied psychology. That was my major at the time. And in that class, it would tell us there is no God in psychology. A lot of my instructors would say there is no God. So I thought, if there's no God, I can do what I want to do. And so I did. I started to do all kinds of things, to the point at 21 years old I just wanted to die. I felt like I was trash. I felt like nobody would want me anymore. I felt really trashy inside. I got hooked on pornography, sleeping around, jumping from one person to another. Could never really find it, or even give it, because inside, to me, it was all just about sex. And so 21 years old, I was disgusted with myself, and I was gonna kill myself. I had a friend of mine that was a Christian, and he would tell me about Jesus. And me and my friends, we would hang around, smoke weed and drink and talk about our God and our religion. But you know what? I didn't call any one of them, because I knew they were just like me. I called my friend that I saw was living clean. He was different than I was. So I called him up and I told him, I'm going to kill myself. Am I going to go to hell? He says, yeah. He says, you're not going to hell just because. He says, you're going because you're filthy. You're not right with God. You're just going to get there quicker tonight. And so I got to thinking about that. I says, you know what? Can I go to church with you? And he said, I'll pick you up tomorrow morning. And I told him I won't make any promises. But I went to church with him, and I sat down and just began to hear the preacher. I was sitting way at the back. It had been a long time. I was actually really nervous and scared as I sat at the very back of the church and began to listen. The preacher made a lot of sense. And so at the very end, he called us up to whoever wanted to receive in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. And I went up to the front and just fell on my knees, and I just said, God, I quit. I'm tired. For the first time in my life, I felt His presence, and I began to change. And I began to say, God, I don't know what just happened to me. I felt an incredible presence of God. I said, whatever it is, I don't want it to go away, so I will stop doing what I got to stop, and I will start doing what I got to start doing. But please, just don't ever leave me. And I want you to know, from that very moment, it's been 30 years since I got right with God, and I'm still serving God now. I'm 52 years old, still serving God, and I want to tell you, it's the greatest decision I've ever made. And I want to encourage you to get your life right with Jesus. Just fall on your knees and ask Him to come into your heart, and I promise you, you'll never be the same.